What up, people? Welcome to the Joe McFo Show, and happy Father's Day to all the dads who are out there watching. We appreciate you, and we wanted to dedicate this stream specifically for you all out there. And a lot of it is because Shadowboxers, at its core, is a father-son story. That was part of the initial concept of it, and it stayed that way from the very beginning. So I thought it would be nice to kind of do a little bit of a break from the comic and just do a piece that shows Jayvn and Aasim kind of in a more tender moment. So I have this reference photo I found, which I think really kind of symbolizes the relationship that I want to give these two characters. And so I got my reference here, and I have the reference of the character design here as well. Jayvn's, I'm not sure how old I want to make Jayvn yet. So I was debating doing something from when he was a little younger, maybe like 13 or 10 or maybe even younger than that. There's a lot of ideas for it, but if maybe you guys have thoughts, and you guys can give me your feedback, what you guys are thinking. But first up, I want to say hello to everyone. So Amaris is on. Hello. Mars says, I'm working on stuff for upcoming winter market. My sister asked me to share a booth with her. Oh, that's really cool. And winter is pretty decent ways away, so you're getting ahead of it. So excellent. Catheli's on. Hello. Manette is on. Hello. All right, so before I even get started, can you guys all see my screen? Because I know sometimes that there's issues with the visibility of it. So I just want to double check. Are you guys able to see the screen? And is the music playing and all that stuff? Because if it's not, I don't want to get started and then be like, oh, I thought you guys were watching me do this for 15 minutes. It turns out you were just watching my hand move and hearing me talk. So let me know in the chat. And also just let me know what you guys have been up to today. So how's everything been? You guys spend time with your dads? Did you guys go for dinner? Did you chill at the house? What did you do? Yes, I can see and I can hear. Excellent. Okay, so that's pretty good. We only have 5 people on right now, so one account is actually, that means it's 20%. So we're good. So yes, like I was saying, I'm going to take from this photo here and just build off of that. And I think it should be a very tender photo or drawing. And I don't know what it could be. It could be like a photo in their house or something. Who knows? But let's just get started with it. Let's get my right pencil. I have so many brushes, guys. It's not even funny. I need to actually reduce the number, I think. All right, so we're going to start off. I haven't drawn anything today, so this is my warm-up. And so we'll see. Hopefully it comes out really nice. Megan is on. Hello, Joe McFo fam. Everything is looking good over here. Excellent. Okay, that's what I like to hear. All right, so we're going to do, there's going to be a seam right here, as is evidenced by the reference photo. And you guys have heard me say many times, the good thing about drawing Aasim and Jayvn together is they basically have the exact same face. Only thing is Aasim is more mature. In his face, he's got more angular features, like his beard, his cheekbones, and his forehead and all that. It's very much the same. And then Jayvn, since I think I'm going to make him a little younger, I could definitely increase the roundness of his shapes. Like this kid here, he's just got very round, soft features. So I won't change it so much where you won't be able to tell it's Jayvn, but I do want to make him a little younger. Maybe I'll give him a short haircut. Like I could do something like this. Like I could, I don't know, trim his hair a little bit. You know, you can do something. Let's see, Amara says, I spent time with my fiance. Our dads don't like us dating at all. It's a race issue for them, but we don't care what they think. Hey, you know what? More power to you. I understand that challenge. I understand. But I'm glad. Well, it seems like you had a decent enough time, though, at the very least. Let's see. All right, so we're going to put him here. And a lot of this is going to be the gesture. So let's get the neck here. And then I just realized that the kid is putting his arm up around his dad too, touching his head. That's really sweet. sun. Head ought to be about here. What's amazing is I even got a reference for this necklace. I didn't even do that reference real quick. It seems okay, so I want their foreheads to kind of be touching, so do something like that. So his chin's probably closer to this shape. I think I want to have Aasim in his ceremonial robe too. I think that really shows his power, his regality, I guess you could say. And we get Jayvn in his small frame. I always like seeing pictures where it's like dads and their kids and they look just like them, but like a smaller version. I always think it's really, really sweet. Okay, so we got this here. Let's enlarge that a little bit. And then we got Aasim's necklace going to be hanging off of him like this. And I got to show that bit of a hunch, like he's actually kind of crouching over a little bit more. And I like the little detail of the fingers in the back of his neck here. Like he's really pulling him in close. It's just very tender. No, I mean, let me turn this. There we go. Don't want him to look like he's got a hunch in his back. So, and by the way, just out of curiosity, has anyone jumped to Kara at all? I'm very curious to know if anyone has done that. I think I know Megan did. I think I saw you follow me. I think I saw Manette as well, but I don't know. Is everyone else on Kara yet? Are you guys leading Instagram like everyone else, or are you staying on and just riding the wave? Kathy says, I can definitely see that as a flashback. Yeah, that will be a good flashback for sure. Now I got to write it. Now I got to write the flashback scene. So let's say this was a couple years ago. Let's make Jayvn like 10. Let's say this is 5 years ago. And Aasim is, what's the age difference between them now? I think Aasim's supposed to be 40. Wait, I need to check my document now. Not that it'll significantly change my my drawing, but there's just certain details. Like I gave Aasim bags under his eyes. If you guys can see, so I'm like, do I need to include those? Because now I can't remember. I have it somewhere. Where's my document? Okay, he's 45, so that would mean he was 30 when he had Jayvn, so he'd be 40. Okay, so he'd be 40 in this, it seems. Yeah, I'm on. Haven't been on it much and still using Instagram too. Okay. I barely qualify as having jumped, as I barely qualify as on social media at all. Hey, if you have the account, it's yours. It's yours. No one's gonna steal the name, right? I'm still on Instagram, but I only post random pics of me looking into that new art app though. Okay. Same, I'm terrible at social media. Social media is a stressful thing. I am not gonna pretend like it isn't. That's part of why I don't post more. I need to, especially since I want to grow shadow boxes and everything. But it's a pretty stressful thing trying to worry about algorithms and all that stuff. And I've never been able to figure it out. I've never figured out the whole viral thing, like, or how to jump off or whatever. Everyone I talk to is just saying, just keep posting, just keep posting. That's the number one advice I hear. Um, but also just keep kind of keeping up. Uh, should I could link this a little bit, but yeah, it's kind of tricky keeping up with everything. So yeah, definitely understand not being good with social media. I don't know if I'm gonna do this whole shot of them. I'm just kind of giving myself options, by the way. Okay, let's do this. Have the reference over here. I love doing this because just kind of putting on the next screen, because then I could zoom in and out at will. It's sort of like that little tab I have in Clip Studio Paint. For some reason, I decided to use Photoshop today. I don't really know why, but like I'm not gonna like. I actually like the UI of Photoshop more than Clip Studio. Maybe because I've used it longer. Clip Studio definitely does more, but in this case, like, whatever. It's not. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I should have a picture of Aasim's side view too. Where's his turnaround? Yeah, there we go. So we get a side profile, and then I think I need Jayvn's as well. Definitely don't need this giant file, but let's see. Let's just. What am I doing? What am I doing? I am rasterizing. Okay. They changed the menu order on here when you right click on a layer for some reason. Don't understand why, but they did it, so it is what it is. Okay. So you got Jayvn, side view. You got Aasim, side view over here. It's true. Everybody should make an account on it just to hold the name. Yeah, that's true. And I mean, I like what Kara's doing so far. I haven't explored it as much, but it seems like it's a combination of like Twitter, ArtStation, and Tumblr. Like it's got all three of those combined. And what I like, I don't know if you could do it on the desktop, but I know on the app you can set it so that you can determine how much of your feed is new artists or people that you already follow. Like you could go like, I want 40% of new people and 60% of people I've already followed. Like that, I think is a really cool feature. I've never seen any other art platform do that. Maybe I'm just late to the party, which would not be the most insane thing to say in the world. Like I'm very aware that I show up late to places in regard to that, but I thought it was really, really cool. And I think it's going to be very helpful for people. There you go. Let's just move him over a bit. All right, because yeah, as I'm looking at this, Seam's going to have more of a bridge there. And then he's got his nose. They got the same nose. I think Aasim is probably a little bit more sturdy, I guess you could say. Both got that thick eyebrow, and then eyes closed right here. And I want Aasim to look a little bit younger, so I might give him like a thinner beard, like maybe something close to like what I have, just like a close to the face. Maybe he grew it out over time. That way you can really tell it's a flashback. And actually, he's turning his head a little bit more. He's actually got... Yes, okay. Probably shrink the face just a little bit. Okay. All right, and then we can keep Aasim's hair, I guess, because this look never goes out of style. Or should I give him a haircut? What do you guys think? Should I give Aasim a haircut or no? I already trimmed his beard, but should I trim the hair as well? It's only 5 years ago. Let's see. Should probably pull this up. I didn't really think much about the horizon line on these, like how tall it is. It's just kind of affecting the angle which I draw the head. That's okay. I'll be all right. I say give him a trim just to try it out. It's like free concept art. Okay, that's a good point. Free concept art. I mean, technically it's all free because I'm the one doing it. No one's paying me. At least not yet. One day. One day. All right. We gotta keep the hairline. That is the famous family hairline that I somehow decide will be a part of their lineage for 1,000+ years. But sometimes people just have strong genes. I have some cousins who all the women look exactly the same. It's not, like, it's weird. Like, there's 4 sisters, they all have a group of kids, and all the women look exactly the same. You could put them in a room with 100 different women of all different types of shades and colors and age and everything. You will be able to know that they're related. It's actually kind of crazy. Am I the only one getting a lot of lag on the screen? Oh, that's not fun. Here, let me try. Let me stop the screen share. Let me try again. It could be me. Sometimes my internet has issues, and this would not be the first time that has happened. So, yeah. Okay, and then the picture doesn't really show a whole lot, but because of the outfit, I could probably hide most of Aasim's arm. Kind of see it. Let's see. That's his head. It's probably chest right here. Belly button. Belly button needs to be lower. And I also have to consider how tall is Jayvn compared to, like how much it needs to lean. Actually, take that back. That helped. Actually, that was easy. Okay, cool. I'll take it. Sometimes you just need to restart things. Okay. Okay, I get the neck here. And it seems pretty fit, so I don't need to worry too much. Yeah, actually feels good. It's feeling good. I don't know what to do with his other hand, though. It could just be at his side, I guess. But if anyone has a cool idea for what his hand could be doing, let me know. If it even needs to be in frame, because it might not need to be there. Still keep him buff, though. We want him to be buff. So that would be the palm, and then his fingers would overlap like that. So this is all behind Jayvn's head. Okay. Okay, so we got rough of the seam. Let's do a rough of Jayvn. Now with Jayvn, we gotta change his outfit a little bit. So let's see what we can do. I set up a Kara account. Oh, sweet! And I'm loving the space. Yeah, Kara seems like a really cool place to hang out. I'm looking forward to seeing what it becomes. And I really commend the founder of it because she's funding it all herself. Like I think she posted that she got like $100,000 bill, and that's why they're actually asking for people to help fund because she doesn't have a big supporter base like that. So yeah. Yo, what's up, Christian? Thank you for coming on, man. Appreciate you as always. All right. I just realized that you guys aren't even looking at what I'm looking at. So here's my Pinterest board for shadow boxers, and I'm just gonna go into I think the characters, the fashion section, and just see what we can do for like a 10-year-old Jayvn. I don't know how many like kids clothes I have in here. I think I got like an old Jaden Smith picture somewhere in there, but that's about it. And truthfully, the clothes don't have to be that different. I just don't want to give them the exact same hoodie because most people don't wear the exact same outfit from when they're 10 to 15 because that's just a little much. That's a little much, but something stick. Like I know one guy from my school, he had the same haircut his whole life from age 5, and I just had my 10-year high school reunion I think last week, and yeah, the same exact haircut. And I was like, wow, man, you are consistent. I love it. Let's see. What can I give him? Okay, I see Amon the Stember. I see Will Smith. Oh, here's Jaden Smith. This might be the image I was talking about. Yeah, but he's on a red carpet. I don't know if that's really the look I want to go for. Maybe I'll just give Jayvn a regular t-shirt. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Just give him a regular t-shirt, because that's what kids wear anyway. Kids wear t-shirts. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Hey, there you go. All right. So let's lower the opacity here. All right, and this one is gonna have his head tilted a bit as well. So that angle is like this. You can see a little bit of this side of the head, but not much. It's very, very subtle. And the fun thing about like when you get to like 10-year-olds, you can give them like slightly bigger features. So we can give Jayvn like big ears, for example. Like he hasn't fully grown into his face yet. So we could do that. I feel like if I cut Jayvn's hair too much that he wouldn't be as recognizable. So we'll just give him the same, we'll give him Aasim's haircut essentially without the fade. Actually, you know what I'm doing? This actually might call for a hydration check in a second. But if you guys know the Spider-Man PS4 games, the way they did Miles Morales, you know, as I'm looking it up. But yeah, in the original game, he looked like this. Or like this. I didn't really like his model very much. But then eventually, in his own game, he came out like this, looking fresh. Dude was looking clean. I was like, dang. And then they did something weird in the second game. I don't understand how it really worked. Maybe I'm too much of like a realist or something like that in some ways. But I never understood. Where's this look? I don't understand how this can fit over a mask or under a mask. Like, how does that work? That is a little too textured. And then he puts his thing on and it looks like this. I don't know. Something about that just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But I enjoyed watching the Let's Play the game. I almost enjoyed I enjoyed the original and the Miles Morales game. Didn't play Spider-Man 2 because I don't have a PlayStation. So yeah, I got two hydration checks for y'all just in that little bit. Anyway, so I'm gonna give him the Miles treatment with his hair, and give him a thin neck. Actually, I kind of like the white t-shirt of this. I might copy that. All right, Jayvn's he's 10 years old, so he's gonna have a small frame like this. And while I'm thinking about it, I could just, yeah, I'm gonna crop it at some point. I'm not sure how it's gonna be done. See, let's get his arm in here. Give him a nice thin arm. And then is reaching over this way. It's not buff, so we're keeping that real subtle. I almost have to draw his arms the way I would draw like Kayla's arms. Kayla doesn't have any muscle definition whatsoever because she's 12. And Jayvn were 12 in the photo. I wouldn't give him muscle definition here either. But at that age, unless you are like a little, super athlete or something, you're probably not going to have any sort of muscle development. Most kids don't. Matter of fact, when we do see it on a kid, it's kind of scary. Like, let them stop for a second. Cat says Baby J. Yes, this would be Baby J. Baby J. Yeah, I think it's looking kind of sentimental. All right, so I'm gonna give his nose some detail here. The eyes are closed, but let's just see if we can get at least the placement. Probably don't need that much footage. But I don't know how old the kid is in the photo. Some kids have thick eyebrows. You already know. Open up some for reference right quick. All right. So, oh yeah, pull this out. There's a picture of what is it? What's his name? Was it Tarlock? When he's a lad, yeah, this right here. Amon or Noah talking Tarlock when they're kids. I just want to see kind of how they did it. Just out of curiosity, because they still have, some of the angularity in like the chin or the face right here, but they have a good way to show maturity. So I wanted to use that as a reference. Let's see. Okay, so for the cheek here, you can give him some larger cheeks, make it kind of round. Actually, now I want it to look like he has a swollen jaw, but I do want it to look like he still got baby fat. Because at that age, I had baby fat. I think we all probably did on some level. That might be a little too much right there. I'll put it more into his cheek. And then what else is wrong? Something's off. I think I gotta move this down a little bit. And then I gotta simplify his nose. Probably give him the same nose as Kayla, actually. Yeah, there we go. That's already feeling better. Oh wait, hairline or widow's peak. Gotta make room for that. Let's move this out a little bit. Sometimes little kids, they have a fat face and some big ears. Let's put a quick mask on Aasim's hand. Just for now. I just thought of a kid who would be a good reference, actually. I don't know who here watches the show Cobra Kai, but they got a black kid on there. I don't remember his name. This kid. Kenny. He was a little menace on the show once he started fighting. Oh my goodness, this kid was Actually, kind of evil. Yeah, but he's still got the baby fat on him a little bit. Let's see. I got a picture of him. Like, oh yeah, there we go. Look at that face. That is, look at those big teeth. It's so cute when you see kids just things are not quite aligned placement wise yet. This is a really great photo, actually. I'm not even trying to be mean. That's just a really great shot. If you guys heard that, that was fireworks. Okay, so let's soften that up. This feels a little too round, but yeah, there we go. And then can move Aasim's hands. His palm's probably even too big, honestly. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. What do you guys think? Jayvn looking all right? Little baby Jayvn. What am I missing here? His eyebrows can still be thick. I don't have a problem with that. Oh, he's got to have a little line here. That's one way you can always know it's him. And then probably don't even want to connect this line, actually. I don't know. Do I need to connect it? If I do, then I need to make this neck probably thinner. Sure, it's nice and thin. Drawing kids is kind of interesting because I usually draw with more angular shapes. But with a kid like this, you definitely want to avoid that as much as possible. You want to avoid the angles, the squares, all that stuff. All right, let's look at this again. I feel like I can move this even closer. Yeah, there we go. This is going to make a great framed photo for them. This actually might make it in the comic at this point because I kind of like the idea of this shot. Yeah, I gotta make him a little thicker though. Okay. Let me see. Still doesn't feel quite right. I think I need. It doesn't feel like he's like pushing himself down enough. So I'm trying to see what can I get from this reference. This is maybe if I put his head down a little bit more, maybe that'll help. Yeah, maybe something like that. What'd you guys think? Good morning, evening, everyone. Good morning, Mark. Thank you for popping on. We need more representation of healthy father-son relationships. I agree. That's one thing that I don't think is seen enough um, in shows, and it's tough because like with Jayvn's story. I mean, I've said this already. Part of the whole concept is Aasim goes missing, and Jayvn has to save him. So one of the things there's actually a draft of the very first script, and I remember the person I was working with. I was telling him, I was like, Jayvn and Aasim don't even have a conversation, and Aasim's like gone at the end of the first episode. We have to establish that, and so trying to find a way to retroactively kind of add this relationship between them is really interesting. So I think there's probably going to be quite a few flashbacks. There's probably I want to include lots of little things like this in their lives, so that we can get a bigger glimpse of who Aasim is as a dad, not just like the world leader. Because that's a big deal, right? Like Barack Obama, the dad, is different than Barack Obama, the president. I'm certain, or insert name of person here. So I really want to grab something with that, and hopefully I could do it justice. Hopefully, that is the goal. Let's see. It's going to be such subtlety of emotion on this one, I think. All right, let me figure out a scene, and Jayvn's clothes for that matter. Let's get this red on. We'll put him here. We got the necklace. Let's say that. And then that should be these lines here. I actually really like the design of Aasim's cloak. That's actually one of my favorite things about his design. It was definitely inspired by something I saw in the Dragon Prince, though. But I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Inspiration comes from everywhere, right? Can't come up with every idea from scratch myself. Or I could. I guess it would take me even longer. Take me even longer to make this thing. Happy Father's Day to the dads in the chat, and happy Father's Day to the dads in the chat, and happy Father's Day to the Shadowboxer's dad. Thank you, Mark. We need that. I don't know who here is a dad. I think you're the only guy in the stream right now. If you aren't, speak up. But yeah, it's tough because good parents don't really let their children run around saving the world. That's the other part. They don't, and it's one of those things where it's like, it's got to be like either the Incredibles, where everyone is powerful and everyone knows, and put into a situation like that, or you got to keep it secret. Like Luke Skywalker, Harry Potter, the Avatar crew. Yes, I know. What else? Lilo and Stitch. Her big sister was giving her a hard time. What was her name? Nani? Was that the name of the sister? Lilo and Stitch. I'm thinking about it because I'm rocking a Stitch shirt right now. But yeah, good parents don't let their kids run around and do crazy things. Or even the kids on Stranger Things. Like that's that world is much more based on reality, and those kids do whatever they want. The parents are barely there. Getting shot at in the middle school, like it's a lot. It's a lot. Okay, so it's gonna be here. I think this is probably gonna be longer, actually. The cloak is probably gonna come back here. as I'm drawing this right now, I'm starting to like come up with my own story about what's happening here. And I'm thinking maybe it's like coronation day for Aasim, where he's just kind of accepting his role as the new champion. Where I put this artwork, concept art, Aasim and baby Jayvn. Well, it should be young Jayvn, I guess. But yeah, maybe it's like coronation day, and it's the first time he's wearing this. Which I think would also make sense because it's like it'd be a solemn moment because of the responsibility Aasim is now taking on. But also, Grandpa just died. Must have, in order for this to happen. So, yeah. Now, the other thing here is Jayvn's height. I think I might have made Jayvn too tall. Let me see. So that's. Okay, so if he stood up, be here. Actually, Jayvn might be fine. I think he's probably okay. I might need to make Jayvn scale up a little bit more, though. He might be a little too small. Well, I told my dad about the streams, but he's not here. It's okay. Yeah, I know he pops on. Oh, that's a great backstory to the backstory. It's canon. It's canon now. That's what it's going to be. It's Coronation Day. I should probably change the name of the file. Or you know what? I'll just write a note. I don't have a year. I have a system for how I keep dates, but I don't really have a year per se. So, yeah. So we'll keep that. I'll keep that to myself. All right. So Aasim's got belt here. And he's got this flap right there. And let's do a quick frame around this. Where's the shape tool? Yeah, we'll just say this. That's nice and intimate. So everything outside, I'll just know that's not going to be fitting. And then Jayvn, he needs an outfit too. Can't have a 10-year-old be naked. That would just be weird. Have we talked about Photoshop yet? It'd be cool to hear your opinion on the terms of service update. It's been on my feed all week. Oh, good question. It's disturbing. It's really disturbing. So for those who don't know, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I haven't done all the research, but basically Adobe put out new terms of service for using its product. And it's basically like they have access to all of your stuff and they can use it for any sort of promotional materials, which is kind of already there. But I think they can also check on your stuff that you haven't even posted or updated or uploaded. I mean, so like they could probably see what they're doing right now on my thing if they wanted to. I think that's pretty messed up. And I heard the reason for that is like, what if you're doing something that's heinous or illegal, or you're doing something that's very illegal? You guys can use your imagination for what you could use with Photoshop and do illegal stuff. But realistically, that I don't see that as a strong enough reason for them to justify it. Um, I don't know what's gonna happen, honestly. I think it depends. I mean, I could see concept artists leaving just fine because there's so many programs and softwares out there. Photoshop is definitely the most famous one, but I know plenty of artists who would happily move over to Clip Studio Paint and not have to worry about like the subscription thing anymore. Because when Adobe did that, that was a mess, and it's not fair. It's really not okay to have it be a subscription base. But the thing is, they had a monopoly. So what are you gonna do? Um, but now it's a little bit different. So it's kind of a shame. I don't like it, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I want to see something. What did this kid? Oh, this actually is kind of fresh. I like his little outfit. That is such a cool suit jacket. That is fresh. It's like velvet or something. Anyway, I'm looking up T'Challa's son from the movie. I'm trying to remember like what he wore. It looks like he just wore a regular shirt, but I kind of like the suit. Like he's looking clean in that. Y'all, that's a fresh kid. Whoever styled this kid is deserves a raise. But I don't know. Is that what I want him to be in? A suit? Maybe it should be in a suit actually, because if it's Coronation Day, then he ought to look fresh. Where's that picture I saw? That was good quality. Okay, this will work. So yeah, but that's what I think about the Adobe stuff. I've heard that companies are mad about it because Adobe could get into NDA stuff, which is now okay. Oh yeah, that was the other thing. I bought Affinity a while ago because it's a one-time purchase for equivalents of Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign. I didn't know that. That's crazy. You're gonna have to talk to me about that one, Megan. Oops. Um, but yeah, so that's a good point with the NDA stuff because there's so many companies that I've even worked for. I mean, I work on Photoshop for my job, and we signed NDAs and stuff. And I've worked for DreamWorks and Netflix. There was all NDA, and I did everything in Photoshop. And so I don't know how these big companies are going to get around that with these new kind of restrictions. So yeah, that's gonna be quite a sight to see. But yeah, I still like drawing in Photoshop just because it just feels natural. And I know a lot of people don't like this, but I like the fact that I can kind of like I can lift my pen off and it still scrolls like that, or I forget what it's called, the exact term, but I like that little stuff. And Clip Studio doesn't have that ability, and I'm just so much more used to AI and Photoshop because I've been using it since I was like 15. So I used it for virtually half my life. Whereas Clip Studio, you guys saw the first time I was using Clip Studio on my streams. If you go far back enough, it's probably in the 20s or something, um, or maybe even before that. So yeah, it's definitely upsetting and frustrating. But the industry itself, I'm so unsure of what's going to happen. I have some friends who just got out of school and are trying to find industry jobs in animation and stuff. And the stories that I'm hearing is just rough out here right now. It's very rough. And so not now with this coming out with Adobe, like who knows what's going to happen. I'm just like, I don't want to be along for the ride. Just kind of want to do shadow boxes and bounce, honestly. Little Jayvn in a suit. So if he's doing that, then there's probably going to be a little angularity right here. Corners. Well, let me check messages. Why would Adobe change from a design suite to a security suite? Do they think they're the FBI? Who are they looking for? That's a good question. I do not know. I do not know. Learning a new software always takes time. I'm kind of glad my Jack Sparrow copy stopped working, so I had to learn Krita. There are still some things I miss from Photoshop, though, but it is what it is. Yeah, we're all just along for the ride. Like, learning a new software is challenging. Like, I've been, you know, dabbling with Blender and stuff. I would, I would say I'm so entry level with Blender, but I'm trying. I see the value in it, and it's just going to be good for my work, and not even just for shadow boxers, but anything in the future that I would need it for. It's just so helpful. Like I see it. So yeah, I'm trying to take this time and just kind of figure it all out. I am literally copying the wrinkles, although I knew these wrinkles would be here anyway. But this is really sweet. I think this is going to be nice when it's all said and done. We'll see how far I get with the coloring and everything. So right now we got Aasim and Jayvn basically drawn out pretty well roughly. I'm going to do a tight rough and do some slight cleanup, and then if there's time, I'll do another whole ink pass. But we shall see. We shall see. And if I get time to color, maybe I'll just put that on real quick. I need InDesign and Illustrator for just a couple of specific things, and so just having the cheap equivalent was worth it. But when this came out, I just ditched Photoshop for Affinity altogether. Wow, that's yeah. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I don't know what it is that these companies are thinking, and what's they're getting a lot of backlash. I know that for sure. But like they're not Clip Studio. I remember when Clip Studio said, "Hey, we're gonna have a subscription thing," and everyone just got up in arms and they're like, "No, no, no, you better not." And they're like, "Just kidding, guys. We're not doing that anymore. We've decided to change, pivot, U-turn." Right? They did a whole different system because of that. So that's the kind of camaraderie we need, I think, for Photoshop. All right, so let's get the tight rough together. Oops, I'll do that. All right. You know what might help me actually is if I just rotate this. Because Aasim's design is basically symmetrical. Um, yeah, it is symmetrical completely. But sometimes it's easier to see things doing it like this. Okay. Aasim's got this little button on the nose too. I don't know if I like this line here. I think that would work if his head were a little bit more turned, but I don't know if that's gonna help me right now. There's a little line here with the temples. All right, now let's get his hairline. Got his hair nice and short. Got a Caesar. And then his beard. Let's see. Finding an Illustrator substitute will definitely be a challenge, though. I have downloaded Inkscape already, but realistically, I don't even make vectors anymore. Oh, there's that too. Well, actually, Kathy, you work primarily in Illustrator. What do you think? Do you think there's a Illustrator replacement outside of like Canva? And I know Canva is almost insulting to say, um, but I do know that people use it for graphic design ish purposes. So I'm curious. Okay, let's get the beard like this. Okay, is this kind of how I want that? The face still looks off to me. Something's not quite right. Let's see. Let's try moving that down a little bit. Is it because his eye's not open? Is that it? Maybe it's just too like this. The eye's not big enough. Something's not quite feeling right about this. I will have to think about it some. No, I don't like Inkscape. Unfortunately, I'm pretty stuck with Adobe like an occupational disease. Get well soon. Oh my goodness. Occupational disease. That sounds pretty bad. Yeah, the thing I don't like about a lot of this stuff is just the lack of privacy. And here's the thing, like I'm not out there making stuff to like that is worthy of me being fearful that someone's gonna like take it or steal it or like gonna look at like it's like who cares if you stand behind me, FBI agent, it doesn't really matter. But it's the privacy of it all, you know. Like it's just nice to be able to lock your door at night or in the daytime or whatever, and just know that you have your own space, you know. And I think these programs are going a little too far with that, and unfortunately, they kind of have the monopoly. So until something comes out that replaces it, I don't see a reason for them to change necessarily. It's like, what are we going to do? You know, all these graphic designers and illustrators and stuff, like there's only so many softwares out there. And it seems like people generally like the Adobe products. They just don't like the system or the methods behind it. So, yeah, it's kind of tricky. Okay. His nose needs to be a little more out there. So Steven's got a little bit of a subtle plane change right here on the shoulder. It doesn't go just straight down, it doesn't slope. It kind of has a boom, boom, like a very subtle angle to it. I think I picked that up from Phil Barassa, just kind of intuitively. Wait, is that another hydration check? I don't even remember anymore. Okay, and then we'll get that here. Okay. Let me see the side view real quick. Just make sure I got that shape correct. It's close. It's close enough. For a tight rough, I guess it's fine. Let me switch up the sound. Let's see. My dog just ate a piece of cheese and broccoli broccoli. What kind of vegetarian am I living with? He ate my salad yesterday. Oh wow, I think he might just be hungry. You might just be like, yeah, this right here seems good enough. Okay, and then all right, and then this right here. And he's gonna have his little belt. Okay. All right, it's looking pretty good there. It's realistically going to be covered by this flap, I think, but I always like drawing through my shapes just as a habit. It's good to do that. Okay, then the pants. Okay, then a sleeve. Actually, oh, it's not at his elbow. It's slightly less than his elbow. Okay, or slightly below it. So let me change course real quick. His elbow should be about right there. Okay, it's not looking too bad. Okay, let's just oops, that's not what I wanted. Oops. No, don't open that. I don't even know what Bridge does really. I just I didn't even know I had it downloaded. I never use it. And I'm like, stop. Please stop. I don't want you. Nobody wants you here. Mark says, I read somewhere that these companies were happy to let people like me pirate their software for years so that they could become dependent on them. And essentially, the software becomes the industry standard and the people can't get out because they're so used to them. Yeah, that makes sense, actually. That makes a lot of sense. Anyway, since my days on the high seas, I'm all about free and open source software. Yeah, that's why we like Blender, or just even I'm okay with even paying like $1,000 for a one-time thing. Like if Photoshop just tonight, if they said, you know what, we saw what you guys said about everything, we're going to change it up, but Photoshop is going to cost you. You pay $1,000, one flat fee, and you get access to all updates and everything. Like I would pay it. I'll be honest, I would pay that because I think it's worth it. But the subscription model, and they get into your stuff, and it's just too much. I'm gonna blame my sister because he started this Friday after she gave him a carrot. I mean, yeah, getting back on the dog kibble, I guess. Getting back on the kibble. Start a whole movement. Back on the kibble. Okay, so then that will be like this. I'm pretty sure everything behind them will be the drape. And then let's get the details on this part of the outfit. This is actually, well, this is an old turnaround because now I have these things connecting. So let me see. I think I have it here. Yeah. So I changed the design slightly. There we go. And then we got the necklace right here. have it so that it's coming out this little opening right there and right there. All right. That's a wrinkle or two. Let's be real, that happens on that part of the head. And then put that a little bit. It's not looking too bad. Not too bad. Let's see. Jordan, what's your car handle? I'm trying to find you so I can follow. Oh, it's Joe McFo. It's just there's no dots in it or periods in it. It's just JOMCFO. Ibis Paint went free from $9.99 a month or $27 a year. I said bye to my favorite app. That sucks. I loved it because either way, free. Man, that's a pretty hefty shift in price. But yeah, if you want to find me on car, I should probably make a whole short on this. Yeah, it's literally just Joe McFo. So you can see it right there. Anyone who wants to screenshot can do it. For some reason, I can't have the same one as my Instagram. I would love it if it were like that, but they don't allow special characters, I guess, at least for right now. So until then, I'm a little stuck, a little limited. Okay, so now we got that here for a seam. So seam's looking pretty good, I think. Now the next step is I'm going to draw Jayvn. And where is... Baby Jayvn. Baby Jay. All right, so we're going to give him... Just probably do a new layer just in case, and then I can merge it later. So I'm used to drawing him very angular right here at the eyebrow. We're going to change that up. We're going to soften it because he's just a baby. He's just a little kid. And then let's get his nose here. His nose is basically the same. I don't think I want to give it like a bridge though, the way I have a bridge to the nose right here. I'm just going to kind of let it go free. Give him closed eyes like this. And I can still give him some slightly thick brows. All right. What do you guys think of it so far? Looking all right? Make sure everything is round here. Soft chin. Might even be able to move that mouth up just a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that feels good. Give him big ears because I said so. Give him thin neck here, and then where's his outfit? There we go. Kathy says precious, and then Megan gives 3 thumbs up, not just 2. Excellent. Glad you all like it. Okay. Get the Widow's Peak right here and right here. Get a little bit of this fro action. Actually, should probably keep it kind of similar to how his hair looks. So still keep some of the angularity there. Actually kind of like that. Larger clumps. Usually I do a bunch of smaller ones, but I actually kind of like how that came out. And then now this kid can shine a little bit. He actually almost has Jayvn's haircut. He just needs a part and he's good to go. Okay. And then always remember you want to wrap up the clothes around the neck or the arm or whatever it is. Matter of fact, if I give it a gap here, just like I'm looking at his neck, you see my cursor right there. If I give it a little gap, it'll make it feel like he's a lot smaller. Give it the shadow. Yeah. Okay, then all right, it's coming together, y'all. It's coming together. Soft shapes here. Get some wrinkles in the suit. Or maybe not wrinkles, I guess folds is more of a more accurate word for it. Thankfully, this is a very similar angle to what I already have, so I can just kind of copy. Just copy the folds there. Could probably even tilt this just a little bit. Rotate it. Okay. All right. Get the wrinkle here. And then the last piece, putting the fingers on here. So seeing how do his fingers look in the photo? Okay, it's just really, I guess you could see all 4 of them, but 2 of them are kind of hidden. So let's do that. So there we go. There we go. That's what it's looking like. Let me actually crop this. I can reframe it too, just a little bit. So this is what we got so far. I'm kind of digging it. I'm digging this a lot. Let's merge that. Now we got this on one layer. Let's get that on the right. Okay. I'm trying to check and see if there's anything that is egregious that definitely needs to shift. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to add the necklace for Jayvn. I almost forgot about that. So let's see. I think we had it look something like this. Kind of upside down from this shape. Actually, maybe it makes more sense to put it like this. It also looks bigger on him if I do it this way. Okay, let's do that. Let's merge. All right. What do you guys think? Are there any things you think I should change on it before moving to the more final levels? What do you guys think? Have you ever tried drawing the gang in modern day clothes? No, I have not. I've never done that. It's been a while since I've done any real fan art. I just saw Jayvn in the suit and thought about it. No, I haven't done that. When you say the gang, you're referring to the Shadowboxers crew, or you mean like the Avatar crew? Because if you're talking about my characters, I've really only drawn them in the outfits that they currently are in. Although I do plan to give them changes of clothes every now and then for certain events. I think that'll be fun. Let's draw Esteem's ear. He should have an eardrum. Esteem needs to listen because he's a concerned dad. Okay, I think that helps a little bit. This arm feels a little small. Yeah. Aang and the Kurosaka, especially, though I don't know why. No, I haven't done that before. Maybe I should. Maybe I should do that. I think it would be fun. I think it would be fun. Having free time to draw for me is incredibly rare, unfortunately. I don't like that. But honestly, one of the reasons I do the streams, I think I've said to you guys before, is because it keeps me on my toes. Like there are times where I don't get to work on shadow boxers throughout the week because of different life circumstances, and it keeps me on my toes. Oh, that reminds me. Next week, there's not going to be a stream. Unfortunately, I got invited to Disneyland, and I can't say no to Disneyland. I haven't been there since I was like 12, so I'm going there. So I will not be streaming, unfortunately. And then I'll be going out of town next month for about 2 weeks. So there's going to be a little break there too. But what do you guys think? I know I alluded to it in my Discord message earlier, but what do you guys think about like a little Q&A between the team and I? Like maybe we can organize something in the middle of the weekday or something like that, and no cameras, just simple talking. What do you guys think about that? Okay, have fun at Disneyland. Why not stream from Disneyland? Because I don't want to get sued. I don't want to get sued, man. You know how scary the mouse is. They're gonna see a camera and be like, "Hey!" Practically have to sign an NDA just to get into the park. Okay. Oh, this hairline's looking a little. Oh, it's off. Yeah. There we go. Okay, let's change this up because that hairline is not correct. Based on what I gave Jayvn, at least. I don't know anyone with his hairline in particular, but based on this, I can't do it. So it cuts back like this, then it goes down, then. All right. And on your 2-week vacation as well. Thank you. I appreciate it. I know I've never been. You never know what that mouse be thinking. No Disneyland in the motherland. Hey, fair enough. But you know what? Last thing I need to show Disneyland is a Shadowboxer stream. Let's be real. Like, I like to keep my projects to myself in that sense. But yeah. So I'm gonna come up with like a streaming schedule for you guys, so you guys don't have to forget. I'll put it on the Discord and the community tab on YouTube, so in case you guys forget, it's right there. But yeah, that means Mark, you'll be able to sleep next week, because I know how big of a concern that is for you. All right, so I think the line work is pretty much done. I can always clean up the lines more later, but I think what would be nice is to just do some color. So let's take this and let's get some color in here with the half hour that we have left. Have that as a background. All right, and then let's get a seam in here. I know it's not a perfect one-to-one trace, but I'll fix it later. Okay, then I forgot Aasim's fingers over here. He's gonna need that. I can sleep for a month. I hope I don't get used to it. I don't know about a full month, because I do have it. After next week, I will be back for 2 more weeks, but then I'll be gone for 2 weeks. So it's not a whole complete month, but yeah. And by the way, guys, if you have not already, please like the stream. YouTube really appreciates when you guys do that. And the channel, by the way, is growing. Now we're at 941 subscribers last I checked. I think I gained like 20 or 30 subscribers within the last month. So I like to keep the momentum going. So hopefully more people catch the streams, and they'll come on and we'll start building up the Shadowboxers crew even more. Or the Joe McFo fam, whichever name you guys like more. They're both the same to me. Admittedly, they are literally the same. Okay. All right. Here we go. And then do some masking here, or not masking. What am I saying? Pixel lock. Let's get some shadows on them. Let's figure out what the shadows are going to look like. So I think that's going to add to the depth. I kind of see this as a more silhouetted, slightly more silhouetted. So let's take like a deep purple. Let's go in here and kind of match the theme or the feeling of what I see in the photo reference. Really, that just means rim light for everything, I think. What would a Ghazali Father's Day flashback look like? I miss Ghazali. I don't know what that would look like. I haven't even defined if he's a dad, to be honest with you. I don't know if he should be celebrating Father's Day. But who knows? As the story grows and builds, who knows? Maybe I'll make him a dad. We shall see. What is? Oh, is the flow not out? There we go. That was the issue. The flow. I started seeing like some extra little circles in the brush, and I was like, "Whoa, there! Wait a minute, that ain't what I want." Okay. So now with this mostly filled up, admittedly, I'll just go back in here. First off, let's whoops. Okay, let's do this. Just erase it manually. Okay, let's go in here, cut out shadows. And like I said, I could easily spend time and being like super rigid on this, but I want to see how much color I can get done before the end of the stream, and then I can clean it up later. Okay, let's get a little bit of rim light on Jayvn's face here. Need to actually fill in that little section. I'm just kind of piecing it together little by little. Just kind of trying to make sure I get it right. Okay, let's get a little bit of rim light on a seam. Oh no. Maybe Jayvn needs a little bit more shadows to him. Yeah, there we go. That feels good. Kind of liking that. Slow the opacity just a bit. Yeah, if the light's coming from behind him, I think this looks really nice. Okay, so they got the shadows now. Let's see. I want the Darth Vader "I am your father" moment with Ghazali, where it's revealed that he's actually Atana's dad or Aletha's dad or Jayvn's uncle or something. Just because, you know what? We can do a what if series. One day we'll do a whole what if line of shadow boxers, and we'll just have that as a story. And we'll give you a co-author credit. I can assure this: if I went with that exact storyline, this would be a very different plot. This would be very, very different. But it is fun. It is fun to think about. All right, so let's start with Jayvn's colors. Let's give him his skin like this. And then I think that's the only bit, yeah. Give him his hair. His hair is the same color. And let's give him a white suit. Why not? Black people look good in white. Match his dad. It looks like he has the Thriller jacket on. Not the one from the video, but the album cover. Okay. Color this black right here. I'm gonna just use the same colors that Aasim's wearing and use it for Jayvn. Get the little, I forgot what this part of the suit is called. Is it the lapel? Is that what it is? I can't remember. Color that this way. Okay, so that's Jayvn's colors. He's good to go. And then Aasim, let's get his look together. Lapel, okay, I was right. Thank you for confirming, I appreciate it. All right, then he's also got the same hair color as his son. Nice beard. Actually, we could trim this portion, have it be more shaved. But it's shorter. He hasn't grown it out. I basically have Aasim's current haircut. It kind of looks like, except the sides I think will probably be more shaved. It'd be like if I came from the barbershop with this length and you got a fresh fade and everything. That's basically how I think Aasim would look. Okay. Let's clean up that nose a little bit. And like I said, I'm probably going to come back here at some point, maybe even after the stream tonight, once I get some food in me, and just finish up a lot of these colors. and lime work and all that. Let's see, that's gonna go here. Okay, then this silver. Okay, and then let's get the white. Probably should be a little something there, actually. Okay, then we got the blue from his shirt. Okay. Okay, then we got the necklace right here too. Could cut this line right here and here too. Okay, and then is that everything? Oh, we got this part of his belt. And then Jayvn's gonna have this right here. I'm gonna have to draw this chain a little bit more clearly. Whatever he's using. I'm not saying that's the final color, but just for the sake of understanding and ease. Okay. And then I could do a quick highlight layer. Let's say that's like sunset-y. Something like that. Yeah, color dodge right there. Then what can we do for a backdrop? We could do, just pick some sunset-y colors, I guess. Actually, I have the internet. Why don't I just look a photo reference of a sunset? Or or Sunnet. That's fine too, I guess. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So we're gonna see what we can do in the next couple minutes. I'm not expecting a whole lot, but who knows? Wait, Jordan casually skipping over his new tab picture, which is a sunset. Is that what I did? Oh yeah, I didn't. That's hilarious. I didn't even think about that. I do kind of like those colors though. And then the highlights here. If I can get the highlights to kind of conform to the shape. Jayvn and Aasim. Actually, it'd be easier to just erase it. All right, let's add a couple of little textures just because I said so. Look at some Patrick O'Keefe real quick. See how he does skies. I think it's mostly just gradients, honestly. Yeah, it's just soft gradients all over the place. Let's try the noise brush. All right. Okay, where's that? I know what I can do real quick. Where's my Devin Kurtz brushes? Just do a quick city silhouette stamp because why not? I bought these. Yeah, something like that. And then a soft brush again. Push it a little bit more towards the blue. All right. But there we go. I think for the most part that should be pretty solid. Like I said, I can always go back over this again and I didn't realize I didn't take this comment off. I can always go back over again and like really get into the details of it. But generally speaking, I kind of like how this came out. I think it's a I think it's a very soft picture or image. I think it's very sentimental. Um, yeah, I'm kind of feeling it. What do you guys think? You guys feeling it? You guys like, eh? Let's see. Awesome stream. Go eat something. I think you might be saying that for yourself, man. You probably haven't had breakfast yet. but yeah, so that's where we are today. One thing I did want to show you all before the stream ended, did want to show you a piece of art that our dear Kathy made, and it's based off of the show My Dad the Bounty Hunter. And instead it says My Dad the Champion Shot Boxer. I think I might have shown this to you guys on a stream once before, or a couple times before, but this is the finished version. So I wanted to show you guys that, and hopefully you all appreciate it. So yeah. Mark says, undo that right now. Dang. Why all caps, bro? Why all caps? I think it kind of, I think it needs some yellow just because the orange rim lighting. But yeah, we'll see where this goes. But anyway, guys, I hope you all have a good stream. If you haven't liked the video already, please like the video. Next week, like I said, I won't be here, so I will see y'all in 2 weeks. All right, guys, have a good one. Peace.